Hello! Today is a painting day. I love to paint. Step one, get an art smock, put it on over your head, and then pull it down. But my head is too fat, so it won't work. You'll know that you have your art smock on correctly when it's nice and bright and pretty and looks like this. This way would be incorrect. It's not very pretty, okay? So make sure it goes this way. Step number two, grab one of these things. They're usually like a lilac color. This is for your sculpture to sit on or your paper to sit on and your paintbrush to sit on. So I'm gonna set this down in front of me. I have my sculpture to paint or my paper to paint, either way. So I'm gonna put my sculpture down right here in front of us. I have two brushes. I have a big, fat, fluffy brush. This one is a watercolor brush because it's very fluffy. Usually the watercolor brushes are made out of camel hair or horse hair. It's not gross. They wash it all really good. The reason they use camel hair or horse hair for watercolor brushes is because it feels like your own hair and it holds lots of water in it so that when you're watercoloring, that works. When we paint with tempera paint, we just don't add the water, but we can still use the brush, okay? This one is called a synthetic brush. So this one is made in a factory using plastic. It's still very soft and nice, but it kind of has a pokier quality to it so that if I'm going to do my clay, I can go poke, poke, poke a little bit better or brush in the right area a little better, okay? So you can use both of these with tempera paint or watercolor. We just use them a little bit differently in each way. Big fat brush, used for big fat areas. Tiny brush, tiny areas, okay? Next, we need to get our paint. We're gonna use this fancy handy dandy paint palette. It's just an ice cream lid. But this is what I use to paint my pictures too. So you notice I only have two colors on here right now. When you come over to the paint station, join me over here. Hello, boys and girls. The paint station. When you come over to the paint station, there's gonna be lots of kids that want lots of colors. And if we just start with just two colors at a time, like let's say I take just the red and just blue, then I go sit down, paint my red and my blue section, and then come back up at any time to get more colors. You can get as many colors as you want. Do you also notice I only have like one little squirt in each one? Yay, I did good. What color would I add to this to make the primary colors? Red, blue. So yellow, all right. So when I come over here, I'm gonna tip my tray up. Put one little squirt in, that's it. Don't hit it, push gentle, and now we have our paint. The reason we tip the tray up like this away from us and then we squirt the paint here is so that if there's a clog in the paint, it splatters on here and not on our bodies, okay? So now I'm ready to start painting, almost. I need one more thing. We need a sploosh of water. In this really fancy container I got from Paris, France. These are fancy water cups. I can't believe it's not butter. So you only need just a little teeny bit of water, like up to this little red line. You don't need more than that. And you can always get more water anytime you want. Dump it out, get new. Go ahead. One more thing. You need a paper towel so when you're eating your dinner, you can go like, just kidding, it doesn't go in here. You put this on your purple paper down here so that when you're painting, you can dry, 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 my brush, brush, brush. So repeat after me, say dry, 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 my brush, brush, brush. Okay.
Good morning, staff. We are going to
and that concludes.
have students come in right away. Just